Happy New Year, everyone! My name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to film this video. Actually, I wanted to film it a few days ago, but I've been really lazy and unproductive recently. But it is currently January 1st and there's something about it being January 1st that's making me feel really energetic and productive, which is great. So I'm filming this video a little late, but I don't think it's too late to start the new year the right way. And this is the right way from my perspective, because there's no one right way to start the new year. For many of you, I'm sure January 1st is just a random date on the calendar. You don't really care that it's a new year, and I totally get that. But there's something about the new year that inspires many of us to make some changes and start these new beginnings in our life. I did just film my New Year's resolutions, which will either be going up before this or after this. I'm not quite sure yet, but either way, you guys will find out what my New Year's resolutions are. If you made New Year's resolutions, let me know either in the comment section of that video, or you can let me know in the comment section of this video, whatever you prefer. I love hearing people's goals for the new year, and in general, I mean, you can make resolutions at any time in the year, but obviously the new year is a very popular time. I had some ideas about just ways to start the new year off right that I wanted to share with you. So starting off, the idea is to kind of set a theme for the year. So my theme is follow through, and your theme could be anything. It could be make it happen. It could be new year, new me, which is a very common theme that everyone kind of jokes about now. It's kind of become a joke, but it could be your theme, and that's totally fine and wonderful. But I just think to kind of have a theme for the year is setting yourself up in a particular headspace. So for me, my theme, like I said, is to follow through. So all of my resolutions kind of have to do with that. And I've done this in the past. I think the last time I did a theme for the year was one year in college. I believe it was my sophomore year of college. My theme for the year was why not? And it always made me think of that Hillary Duff song, why not? Take a crazy chance, or take a crazy chance. Yeah, I did that right. And I just would always sing that in my head or out loud, because I do that. And I tried out for all these things, and I tried new things that I hadn't tried before. I tried a lot of new foods, a lot of new experiences, and that was kind of my theme for that year, was just why not? The second thing that I think is a really important way to start the new year is to tidy your space. And I'm not talking about your whole house, okay? That's very ambitious, and you can do that if you want to. I certainly didn't. But I'm talking about your workspace, the space where you want to work on the things that are your goals for the year. So let's say you want to start a YouTube channel. So make sure that you have a space set aside that is tidy and inspiring to film, to edit. If your goal is to start writing a book, make sure you have a space that's tidy to do that. Maybe you work from home. Try and take some time to tidy up your actual workspace, or even if you work in an office or you work somewhere that's not your home, try to make that space really tidy and really set yourself up for kind of a new start for the year. And another way you can do this is to start decluttering. I'm always telling people to declutter and that sounds really bad. That sounds like I go around telling everyone to get rid of their stuff, but I am very pro declutter. So whenever anyone's talking about how they want to kind of tidy their space, I always kind of plant into their brain, don't just put stuff away, but when you're tidying, really think about what you have and think about, do I need to keep this? And maybe get rid of it. Hey, the less stuff you have, the less you have to tidy. Just keep that in mind. The third thing that I think everyone, or if you want to, a way to start the new year right, quote unquote, is to set some goals or resolutions, or set some intentions, or figure out a direction that you want to go in the new year. So like I said at the beginning of this video, I always make New Year's resolutions. I have a whole video of my New Year's resolutions, and I'm just all about that. That's how I like to do things, but some people don't like to do that. They just kind of have they like to have a direction that they want the year to go in. But the important thing either way is to make these goals or directions smart. You're more likely to follow through with them if they're smart goals rather than I want to lose weight. You know, it's I want to lose 10 pounds, and I know weight loss is like so cliche, but it's just to give you an example. I want to lose 10 pounds by the middle of the year. For this reason, this is how I'm gonna do it, and this is how I'm going to track it and measure it, etc., etc. I also have a little clip of this next way to start the new year. This is not going to be for everyone, but Gage and I have just implemented a command center, and it is a way that we are going to hold each other accountable for our goals. It's also where we have an actual calendar like printed out. I personally printed out Jenny Mustard's minimal calendar. If you're not following Jenny Mustard, she's a YouTuber, and she's like a minimalist and a vegan, and she's inspiring to me, and she has this calendar that you can print out on her blog, and I really like the look of it. We also have printouts of our workout calendars that we got from our trainers. So right now our December calendars are still on there because our trainers have both of our trainers have been on break. So once we see our trainers again, we're going to get our January calendars, and we're going to put them where the December calendars are right now. And there is a blank space on our command center right now, and that is where we're going to put our personal like weekly meal plans. We're actually going to sit down and write out what we're going to have: breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner for the week, and that's where that's going to go. I feel like it's a good idea to put it in a place where you and the rest of your family are going to see it all the time. Number 5 is to determine your planning system. Planners are another thing that aren't for everyone, but I love having a planner, and my planning system is my bullet journal. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel because of my bullet journal videos, you probably really missed my December plan with me because I didn't do one. I was just all over the place. I don't even know what was happening. I wasn't even that busy. I don't know what was up with me in December, but I didn't even set up anything in December in my bullet journal. But it's January. I will be doing a January setup. Don't worry, it's gonna be a little bit late, but now that I have some more things going on in my life, I really need to go back to my bullet journal. And also, now that my space is a lot tidier, I have my desk cleared because that's where I set up my bullet journal. Hasn't been cleared for over a month now. So yeah, but determine your planning system if you want to. Some people don't need a planning system. But whether it's going to be a bullet journal, whether it's going to be your Erin Condren planner or whatever planner that you like to buy, or maybe it's just your iCal or whatever calendar you have on a digital device, it's just good to have some kind of planning system so that you can time manage a lot better. Number 6 is to determine your plan of action. So this also has to do with your goals. Create timelines for your goals. Set up kind of small attainable goals along the way to your big goal. Look at a calendar and be like, all right, I want this done by May. I want this done by July. Have it just kind of written down somewhere so that you can see your plan. Really take the time to make that plan of action so that you don't find yourself lost. It's kind of like having a roadmap for your goals, and it's gonna help you when you put that time into setting up your plan of action. It's going to help you actually follow through because you've invested that time already. You don't really want to let that time that you invested go to waste. And then the last thing that I think people should do to start the new year off right is to visualize, okay? Really think about, where do you want to be by the end of 2018? What do you want to look like? What do you want to be spending your time on? What do you want to have accomplished or be on the road to accomplishing? Really, really visualize it. If you want, you can create an actual vision board by printing out pictures from the internet or cutting pictures out from from magazines. I personally have never really been successful with vision boards. I do have Pinterest boards, so they're kind of like vision boards, but they're online. But that's just something that a lot of people do have success with, and putting them in a place so you're going to see them all the time. Maybe it's not pictures, maybe it's journaling, doing morning pages, which is basically setting aside a little bit of time every morning to write out how you want your day to go. This doesn't necessarily have to mean like visualizing the whole year. You could just visualize the week ahead. You could visualize for the month or just the day, you know, but it's visualization is so important because you really see it in your mind's eye, and it just makes it that much more attainable. And kind of like a bonus tip for all of this is to set a time or a date where you're going to check in on your resolutions. I did this back in 2016. I filmed my New Year's resolutions, and then halfway through the year, I did kind of a New Year's resolutions check-in on my channel. And so I'm probably going to do that again this year, because at the beginning of the year, YouTube is flooded with like how to set resolutions, ideas for resolutions, how to make this year your best year yet. And then like no one ever talks about it ever again. So I think that you can make resolutions at any time during the year, but a lot of people make them at the beginning of the year. So any sort of goal needs to be checked in on. You can get an accountability partner or be your own accountability partner. I hope that these tips help you in some way. Again, there is no right way to start the new year, but it's just the title of the video that is probably why you clicked on it. Comment down below what your favorite tip is, or if you have a resolution you want to share, or if you have a way that you think people should start the new year off. I would love to hear it, because it's still the beginning of the year and I still need some help, okay? I'm not perfect. And I do want to shout out one of you who commented on one of my last videos. Okay, so this is a comment from my Finish 17 in 2017 Project Pan finale, and it made me so happy. Okay, so I might butcher this person's name, but Mick Mezel or Mick Measel? I don't know. Mick Mezel. I don't know. But I loved your comment because here's what it says. Does anyone ever tell you that you look like a mystical, ethereal forest witch? Because you really do, and I'm honestly not sure if that's coming across as the comment it's intended to be, since you can't hear me or see my gestures. But yeah, beautiful forest witch. In other news, I do think you should do 18 in 2018, or if you don't feel like that, maybe a rolling 5 Project Pan, but like 3 times with a couple bonus items, and then like an emoji, like, you know? Okay. Thank you. I totally get what you mean, and that makes me really happy because I feel like I'm a really mystical person, and that comment was just like, yes. You also comment on my videos a lot, and I'm saying you because I feel like I really am gonna butcher this person's name, YouTube name, but I see you. Thank you so much for commenting on my videos and thinking that I look like a forest witch, because that just made me really, really happy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for some more inspiring content, which I hope that this was. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!